Why does life become so lonely and isolated? What has happened and what is happening to this living, which is so self-centered? Can one stand alone in this world, which is full of influences and manipulation? And craziness done by thoughts. When the mind can stand alone, which means that the mind is free from all the influences, traps brought about by thoughts and various thinking patterns. The mind does not know the meaning of being lonely. That's to say, a mind that can stand alone is never lonely. And one must observe and find out why the mind is so lonely. Is that because the mind is completely trapped, stuck, and conditioned to thoughts? And the thoughts inevitably bring about isolation and loneliness. The individualism, the individualistic thinking pattern, is the result of thoughts and thinking about the self, the me, the ego. Isn't it? The mind is trapped in thoughts. Thoughts create that cell, the prison. And the mind is dependent on it. So thoughts, from various theories, viewpoints, opinions. The very biased depiction of the personal experience and all that. And the mind believes in it. The mind believes in thoughts without being aware of the limitation and the deception of thoughts. Therefore, the mind is completely controlled by thoughts. And thoughts are indefinitely divisive. That's why, numerous prisons are created by thoughts. Everybody has different opinions. One is in contradiction with another. There are endless debate, quarrel, and argument, behind which is the bitterness and the conflict between human beings. Can one stand alone? Alone means all one. Standing alone means being one. Being one means there's no division. Thoughts bring about endless division, duality. The mind is free from all that. Therefore, the mind stays one. Therefore, stands alone. But the mind can do that, stand alone. Not merely regarding what the speaker says and the idea, but actually stand alone. There's no isolation. There's no trap. But that state is beyond imagination. One must do it to find out. The mind becomes open. There's no resistance. There's no sense of loneliness at all, because the mind is fully connected with everything. When thoughts are not there to block. But the mind is so lazy, isn't it? Depending on thoughts, being conditioned to thoughts are fairly easy and convenient. And there's great comfort in it. Therefore, the mind is manipulated, tricked, and fooled by thoughts, which collectively make such a world full of influences, impacts, and all that. when the mind stands alone, the mind ends all the individualistic thinking pattern. It's the ugliness and the trouble behind that. The mind can find out for itself the meaning of being free. Know the free, which is a concept created by thoughts between different choices. This commercial world is full of choices, but they are all the product of thoughts. But when the mind, when the psyche is free from the trap of thoughts, an authentic living, a truthful living, is never an option. There's no option, there's no confusion, psychologically. After all, truth is never an option. And of course, one stands alone. That's action, which has nothing to do with option. But when one hasn't done it and merely think about it, thoughts can make it an option, which is again the misperception and the deception brought about by thoughts. And that's so much for today's talk.